Have you ever thought about why the stone was rolled away that had been in front of the tomb after Jesus' resurrection? In other words, if Jesus could pass through walls as he did in another narrative in the Gospels, then what was the need for the stone to be rolled away? Well, if you want to think about it, go ahead and press pause. But I think the key to understanding this is in Matthew 28, verse 6. You know, the women had come to the tomb in order to anoint Jesus' body, to prepare it for burial. And the angel tells them that Jesus has risen, that he's no longer there. But in Matthew 28, 6, the angel invites them to come into the tomb and see where he had been. And it's very interesting that after that, you know, in verse 7, the angel immediately says, go and tell his disciples, right? So at first we have this invitation to come and see, and then we have the invitation or the commission, in a sense, to go and tell. And then later on in Matthew 28, the disciples themselves are commissioned by Jesus to go and make disciples of all nations. But before the women are commissioned, they are invited to come and see and verify, right? See for their own eyes. And I think that this is a reminder that our faith is not a blind faith, that we ground our faith on real historical events. You know, the resurrection is absolutely vital to the Christian faith. As Paul says in 1 Corinthians 15, without the resurrection, our faith doesn't make any sense. And so we are called and invited and encouraged to verify, especially the resurrection in this case, but other parts of our faith as well. We are not called to have a blind faith to just believe because somebody has told us to believe, but we are to believe because we have real, concrete reasons to believe. And the resurrection is absolutely foundational to that.